Just waiting on a little rain to move through to get on this next project. And it's also a rigging project on my fixed rigging. That holds the boom, which holds the mainsail, is failing. If you look up there, there you go, you can see some wires broken in it. So I'm going to replace that. And I have stainless steel wire I bought a roll of down here in the cabin. I've been digging tools out and everything I need to do this job. So I have stainless steel wire. And I bought 125 feet of it. It's 3/16. I think what's up there is 1/8. This is a little bigger. Of course, this is a racing boat. Everything was done lightweight. I have crimp connectors that go on the wire to crimp it. I've got eyelets to prevent wear. And I've got my crimper, which produces 9,000 pounds of crimping force. So what I'm going to do is make up this end first, climb the mast with it, drop the old one. There's 125 feet here, so this will reach. And then size the other end and crimp it down here. So I only have to go up to mast once. So let's get started. To make the eye in the cable, I've peeled 3 strands off of the other 3 strands in the core, and I'll make it into an opposing loop and rewrap the 2 sides against each other. This is called a Molly Hogan. And once I crimp it with the little crimp there to hold the tail, once it's wove back together, this achieves 100% of the breaking strength of the cable for a connection. Okay, I've got my eye made. Don't have the right crimp fittings to do the Molly Hogan. These are side-by-sides, but this will work. 9,000 pounds of crimp, and she will not go anywhere. Let's put some crimp on it. Boom. Let's see what that looks like. And there we go. I crimped her 4 times. Is she pretty? Nah. Do I have the right tools? I've got a crimper, but it's a battery cable crimper. But it'll crimp aluminum furls on stainless steel cable too. So, like I said, everything we do on this boat is for functionality. We like to be pretty, but functional is more important. And not having to go buy this wire from a rigging shop's probably save me $300 to $500. I don't know. I paid $600 for the other 3 wires. But I keep this on board in case we ever need to make emergency rigging or steering repairs. And this is the first one. Okay, so I'm going to use the mainsail halyard right here to support the mast. I'm sorry, the boom. From the top of the mast. I'm going to attach it to the bail here that the topping lift is attached to that I got to replace. And let's snug up on the halyard to support the weight and loosen the topping lift. Okay, we got the main halyard on the boom, and we've got it securely tied off. Now we can slack off this topping lift right here. And she's free. And this is what I got to go up and disconnect and replace. There, she's not tangled. So give her a little more slack. And we'll go up, take the new cable up, and then when we get the new cable on, we'll check the length and crimp it down here. Taking a couple extra small shackles up the mast in case I drop them to attach to the eye of the cable, and I drilled with my trusty drill the hole in the pin out so that I can put a zip tie through it like that and zip tie the shackle so it can't come loose. Just trying to think of all the reasons I'd have to go up there again, which I've got other work to do up there, but I'm doing it one project at a time. Nice view from top of the mast. There you go. You can see the little shackle I got to get loose to get that wire loose and hook the new one up. But I need two hands, so I got to put the phone away, and then I'll see you back on the bottom. You wonder why I'm doing this at night is because it's calm. It's been blowing here a couple days and been a little rough. This is my roll of stainless steel cable 5/16. You can see the old cable was only 1/8. So we've increased the cable size quite a bit. And this is attached all the way up. And now I just got to size it to fit here, cut it, and put the eye on it. But let's look at this old cable while we got it. There is a broken wire that was down here at the bottom. And as I go through the cable, you can see there's a wire missing in here that's unspooled. There she is. All come apart. Look at that long strand that's unraveled. Multiple strands here. She was about to fail, that's for sure. But again, regular rigging inspections, you gotta do them. You don't want this coming undone while you're out at sea. So you can see where we had to cut this eye to get the shackle out because it was crimped in place, and you know, it's just crimp connections. Those are copper. I'm using aluminum. But yeah, several broken wires in this end here that was at the top. So good riddance. Now to figure out the correct length for the stay, the back stay for the boom, topping lift, I'll just pull this pulley up here. You can see it's adjustable for the topping lift to where I think the eye needs to go, and then we'll cut the cable with a grinder and put the eye on. Okay, got the new eye on the topping lift. Now I just got to crimp it. I've got this little rope here just to hold it in place while I do the crimping. Got my crimping tool. Of course, need two hands for that. There's the crimping tool. Working with lights. Gotta give me some slack for that, but let's get her crimped. Need two hands, so I'm putting the phone down. And there she is, topping lift complete. Attached to the boom, just up above the Starlink antenna. That's where I like to run it, so I can get the sail tightened properly on my mainsail to get the right airflow. And you can see it comes down off that pulley right here, ties off to a cleat. I can slack it out, get more curl to the sail and fill it more with light winds. I can tighten it up. Tighten it up to get more slack in the sail in light winds, and drop her down and suck her down with a preventer for heavier winds so she'll spill wind better. But job complete before Hurricane, whatever's coming, another one, the one after Helene.